Hey friends, Ecclesiastes chapter 10 today, and there's some great words of wisdom, especially for those of you friends out there who are those that see the swimming pool, and you don't really walk over and check to see the depth of the water or if there's even water in there. You just go straight in, cannonball, front flip, diving into the pool, not really knowing what's going on. Some of you struggle with this, so here's some words of wisdom from Ecclesiastes 10. Starting in verse 8, he who digs a pit will fall into it, and a serpent will bite him who breaks through a wall. He who quarries stones is hurt by them, and he who splits logs is endangered by them. So a couple examples he says here. If you just dig a pit and you're not paying attention to where you put the pit, or you're just digging and not paying attention, you'll fall into that very same pit. Or if you just bust through a wall, not knowing what's on the other side of that wall, but you just kind of bust through with your arm, there may be a serpent on the other side of that wall to bite you. Likewise, if you're going to get stones, quarry stones, or split logs, and you're not careful and realizing what's going on around you, who's around you, you can hurt yourself or hurt others, perhaps. He goes on to say this, if the iron is blunt and one does not sharpen the edge, he must use more strength, but wisdom helps one to succeed. So what he's saying, in all these cases, we need wisdom from God, so we need to pray and ask God wisdom as we're doing various things in our lives, get wise counsel from others that God has put into our lives, and really just take time to consider and think through and pray through what we're doing. The idea there of the blunt iron, if you will, well, if it's blunt, then you have to use more strength. Let's say you're cutting something, you have to use a lot more strength, but the danger is actually higher, even though it's not as sharp, because you're using more force, and then it could end up hurting you. Whereas if you would just have wisdom, sharpen the edge, then it would go easier for you. So let me encourage you, brothers and sisters, those of you who just struggle with just moving forward without wisdom or without thinking about these things, considering things, let me encourage you from the Word of God. Don't be foolish. Take time. Consider, pray, get wise counsel before just diving in, and the Lord will give it to you. Have a great day.